No doubt Nigerians face economic hardship as inflation remains high and cost of food and commodities affect livelihoods. Despite this, investment experts say Nigerians need to make effort to still save as well as invest. Investments can vary from real estate and stocks to fixed income options. And today we turn our attention to investing in securities. Our guest in the studio is Victor Olamide Matthews of Nigerian Investment Limited. It's a pleasure to have you again on the program, Mr. Matthews.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Now, before we delve into securities, inflation figures for July shows a slowdown. Yeah. What do you make of that, and what are your expectations for the economy?
Oh, well, the inflation figures, as noticed, came down slightly in the month of July compared to the month of June, year on year, to about 33.4. I think it's the beginning of positive effects within the economy as the efforts of the CBN is being felt within the economy, and this definitely has brings a lot of relief to individuals within the economy and make sure that their income they get has enough purchasing power they can use to buy goods and services and also save and invest whatever remains within that quest. So I think it's a good one.
All right. Now, for people who don't know what securities are, what are securities and why are they considered a good investment option for the general public?
Okay, so securities are financial assets. However, not all financial assets are securities in the sense that securities make it easier for you to trade these different assets. You can talk about stocks, as you mentioned earlier. You talk about fixed income securities, such as treasury bills, bonds, commercial papers, and also even hybrid securities, probably maybe convertible bonds or preferred stocks. So this make it easier for you to buy and sell these financial assets. So majorly those are what our securities are. And it's in the Nigerian market, it's growing, and a lot of attention has been coming towards that area in recent years, and looking forward to see that people will take advantage of buying these securities over time.
So what are the key benefits of investing in securities compared to other investment options like real estate or fixed deposits?
Okay, as I mentioned earlier, securities are tradable, right? A lot of people have real estate, buildings, lands, commercial places, right? And for them to sell, you may find it difficult to sell those things in order to generate cash to use on a regular basis or within any period of time. So the securities market just brings these different assets together in a way that makes it easier for them to dispose of and have more liquidity in order to sell when they need cash, right? So that's why I think a lot of people think, or a lot of individuals and the financial market participants think that the securities market is a nice way to go and take advantage of that. Real estate definitely is a good one. We also have the real estate investment trust. That's some sort of securitized real estate kind of investment where individuals can co-own a particular property and sell off their percentage ownership of that real estate without needing to wait for a buyer to buy the whole property. So that's how securities are, definitely.
Good. Now, how can investing in securities help the average person build long-term wealth and even short-term, if any?
Oh, yes. In terms of, let me pick on the long term, securities can go either ways, right? Both short-term or long-term, depending on how well you want your returns to be earned. First, on the long term, we would think about capital appreciation. When you buy a financial asset, right, and the value increases over time, just similar to real estate. When you buy a particular real estate, a land or a building, when individuals move to that particular area, the value improves. So that's what capital appreciation is all about. So on the long term, capital appreciation is there. And also when you're talking about dividend and interest payment, talking about stocks, you get your dividends probably on a 6-month basis or yearly basis when your company, the shares you buy, give out dividends. And also when you talk about when you buy coupons, I'm talking about the fixed income markets now. When you buy coupons, when you buy bonds, you receive coupons on semi-annual basis. So receiving these on a semi-annual basis can also add to your income flows over time, right? So this is a way you can take the benefits in the long term. However, in the short term, we individuals, especially traders like me, you can decide to exit and enter positions in the equities market, even the fixed income market at the same time, when you see that the prices you buy them are quite higher than when the prices you were about to sell them are higher than where you bought them. So you've seen some short-term gains on whatever instrument or asset you have. So that's a way to make a profit on a short-term basis. Also, dividend, as I mentioned earlier, can also work in the short term. So basically, there are different ways you can make income within the financial market.
Given the current economic climate, are there specific sectors or types of securities that are more promising for investors right now?
Well, right now, we all know inflation is high, and over time, the CBN has done a lot of work to fight the inflation, and one of the ways for them to do that is to increase the interest rate. That's the monetary policy rate, and when that happens, a lot of interest, a lot of returns, you can get a lot of interest or returns within the fixed income and money market, right? So over this period of time, when this has happened, interest rates have risen within the fixed income market, and we've seen a lot of movement of individuals from the equities market to the fixed income market, right? Buying treasury bills, commercial papers used as high as years, all-time highs. So I think the fixed income market, in my opinion, I think the fixed income market is quite attractive right now, right? And we're talking about sectors, then I'll move to the equities market. If you want to invest in the equities market, a lot of attention should be driven towards the agricultural sector, the companies that operate in the agricultural sector, and also manufacturing sector. The central bank as well as the federal government have developed a lot of ways to make these companies perform well by offering them interest rates, loans at low interest rates. And when they have this kind of inflows, they definitely have to perform very well. So if you can take advantage of that and invest in such companies, probably like Okomo, Oil, and Presco, these are definitely good instances. Also, banking stocks too also are doing quite well, especially when you're going to be doing the recapitalization process very soon. A lot of banks are actually back in the market, and they are taking advantage of all these opportunities to these banks to become stronger. And once you know these banks are stronger, definitely there are good ways for you to invest in them. So I think banking stocks, insurance stocks, definitely agricultural and manufacturing are a way to go for you as an investor.
Great. Lastly, before I let you go, what should new investors consider when choosing which securities to invest in?
Okay, so a lot of things for whoever you want to invest in the financial markets. First is you need to take a look at your risk appetite, right? Your willingness and your ability to take risk. If you are quite scared of risk, or rather I'll put risk averse, as we talk about it in the financial markets, you should focus more of a lot of your funds in the fixed income market, as they are quite safe compared to the equities market, right? So however, if you think you can take a huge risk and get higher returns, potential higher returns, then you can put a lot of your funds in the equities markets. And however, you need to seek professional advice as to where and where not to put your funds. Not everything not everything that looks like gold glitters, or I don't know how to say that, but you definitely know what I'm talking about. So a lot of that needs to be considered also. And also you need to confirm about your social and etiquette, social and ethical considerations. A lot of individuals who want to invest in Sharia compliant investments, if you believe halal goals, then definitely you should consider that too. Then diversification. You shouldn't move all your funds into one specific instrument. You should diversify your funds across the different instruments in order to gain the benefits also and to reduce your risk within these sectors, right? So you can split your funds between equities markets and the fixed income market, depending on how well you're willing to take risk. And also you need to seek professional advice, and that's definitely what we do at Norenberger Asset Management. We give you professional advice on where to invest your funds and optimize your returns and to reduce or minimize your risk. So these are things you should consider, as well as the cost and the tax considerations. These things have to be considered as well also. So majorly these are all the things. Some other insignificant reasons for you to think what these are the different considerations you have if you want to participate in the fixed income or whatever financial market you may think of.
Okay, the bank's recapitalization move, what do you make of that?
Yeah, I spoke about this 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, it's a welcome development. As I mentioned, it's a good way to make our banks stronger. And when these banks are stronger, they will be able to take in shocks, whatever that may come upon them, right? I'm very sure you're familiar with the recent merger or a publication by the Central Bank of Nigeria as to the merger of Unity Bank and Providence Bank, right? These are things we can do to make sure that these banks are stronger in terms of the capital base they have in order to forfend any sort of bank run or any financial instability that may come upon them. So it's a good one, welcome development. It makes the Nigerian economy stronger, and I'm looking forward to seeing that complete very soon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthews, for joining us on the program today.
It's my pleasure.
All right.